Hey everybody, this is Chris at Reptiles. Thank you for joining me once again on this Saturday. Anyways, I'm going to do what I did yesterday, is I'm going to answer a subscriber's question. I had a subscriber ask me today, is it safe to use Morphmarket? Have I ever used Morphmarket? And do I like Morphmarket? Anyways guys, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll get to it right after this. Welcome back everybody. Anyways guys, do I like Morphmarket? Is it safe? And do I use it? Well, first of all, let's start, is it safe? I think it is, for the most part. There is some scammers out there. Have I ever been scammed? Unfortunately, yes, one time. I put some money on some Toffinos, and when I first put them on there, I actually used a credit card, which was a big mistake. I put the first down payment on a credit card. I trusted the guy, and fortunately, when I paid him off, I actually used PayPal for the rest. So only lost my down payment on this. So I talked to the guy. He says he's gonna ship them all out about 4 months down the road. At first, he was giving me all these excuses like his wife's sick, he's moving, all these different excuses. Finally, he just stopped calling me altogether. So I went back to PayPal and I filed a complaint, and it took about 2 months, but I got my money back. So first of all, if you're gonna buy on Morphmarket, I know that some breeders don't like it. People that are selling on there don't like it because it does take a little percentage. But even if they ask you to pay a little more percentage, it's actually worth it to me anyways. I've always had good luck with PayPal. Now scammers out there, the guy that I bought these snakes from, he's actually used the name of a person that I used to respect, an old-time breeder, and I recognized the name. Come to find out, it wasn't legit. It wasn't even the guy, just someone using his name trying to get a quick buck on some sucker like me. So when you're looking at these, if you look up, say you're looking up GHI, and you look under World of Pythons, and you see a GHI picture, I've actually seen before where people actually had that posted on there. To me, that's a big question mark. Sounds like they're just trying to flip you for some money, trying to flip a quick, thing for some money. And once you give them that money, you won't see them ever again. But that's not saying that. Don't take this wrong. Morphmarket's amazing. There's lots of good people on there. I'd say 99% of them are amazing and have good intentions. But it don't matter what you do, there's always someone trying to scam you. Even if you use eBay, even on if you're doing like the Amazon, people put things on Amazon. People can be scammed, and people are scammers. After a couple times, for lack of a better term, if they screw somebody, they use you out the door. And they've already burned their bridges and they can't do it anymore. So don't take that one negative as the way I feel about Morphmarket. I've made plenty of purchases on Morphmarket and I did very well. Have I used Morphmarket? Well, obviously I have. I use them all the time. When I first started out buying my snakes to start breeding, I went to a lot of shows. I went to a lot of places here in Washington. There's probably about 5 to 6 big breeders here in Washington. I went to shows, and what I found out from shows is there's a lot of people that want to show off their collection, but they don't want to sell off their collection. And a lot of times what they're selling is they're catering to people that want pets. Like maybe some of the big shows. I have not yet got to go to one of those yet, and I'm planning on this next year to go to some of these big shows. But a lot of these guys are just trying to sell pet grade animals and to people there, and rightfully so, because that's the majority of the people there are just looking for a pet. So when I started looking for my collection, I went to Morphmarket, and there's lots of people there, that are selling some amazing snakes. They're letting go. So I found that worked out really well for me. And another plus is that if you're just starting out and you want to get a little bit higher end snake, most of the people here will make payments plans. When I first started out, I didn't have a lot of extra money for snakes, and they allowed me to make payment plans. Instead of spending like $300 in a snake, I can go up to a $1,200 in a snake because I can take a few months to, you know, add some money to it and pay it off. People are really cool that way. So I got some snakes when I first started out that I couldn't have, but I was able to because they were allowing me to make payments. Nowadays I'm a little bit more, I have money put away for reptiles as part of my business. My business money goes back into it so I can actually buy reptiles. But like I said, when I first starting out, I didn't have this luxury. So if you're trying to start out or you want to get a higher end snake, take that in mind. Another thing is that the community is amazing. I've met some people through Morphmarket that I still talk to today. I've been to some of the reptile shows and I met some people there. But a lot of the people I really talk to a lot and ask questions about, or ask for help, or ask how they're dealing with this, are people that I've bought snakes from. So it's kind of that, that's really nice. These people that do this are mostly breeders and hobbyists, and when they sell you a snake, it's like selling you one of their children, so they really love this animal. So that's another thing, it's a big plus. No disrespect to the box store places or the places like Triple L Reptile. I bought stuff from them. They've been great, but I prefer buying my animals from someone who is a hobbyist or breeder, because they tend to seem to love the animal more. And I'm not saying that Triple L Reptiles are bad to their animals. I've actually never been to one of their stores, but I'm just saying that I like the fact that these people are breeders. They spend time on this collection, and when they let it go, it's like family. And when they sell them to you, they'll you know, ask you, did it arrive okay? How's everything going? Is it eating? Keep me updated. To me, that makes me think that they actually care about this animal, and I like that feeling. Another down could be ordering online, is that if it's the cold months and you live in a cold climate like I do, sometimes you have to wait to get your animal shipped. That's, you know, it's like right now, in December, January, sometimes the climate's too cold and you have to wait to get your animal shipped. That's just part of life. Another thing is some of the shipping companies like FedEx, they have a hard time finding my house. I don't know why. I guess my house is in the middle of town, but I guess it's hard to find for them. So I have all my reptiles shipped to a hub. I'd recommend shipping yours to a FedEx hub. It works so much better. It's easier for me to take an early break or lunch, go pick them up, take them home, put them in the quarantine rack, go back to work. That works a lot better for me. I'm not sure if you have the luxury at your work, we can just leave and go, you know, take a break whenever I can kind of take my own schedule that way. I can take a break or go to lunch early. But, you know, someone in your family might be able to do that. They can go down to the hub, pick it up, take it to your quarantine rack, and then go back to work or do whatever they're doing. That's what works out for me, and that's the safest I've found so far. I have personally never lost a reptile shipped through FedEx. I know it happens, but I've had probably at least close to 100 reptiles shipped through FedEx, and I've never had a problem yet. Knock on wood. So how do I feel about Morphmarket? I love it. I think it's a great place. It's a wonderful system for people to be able to market their animals and get their product out there, or get their animal out there. This is going to show my age. When I first started breeding reptiles, I used to do bearded dragons. I used to use a place called King Snake Classified. That's going to date me. A lot of old timers or people that's been doing this for a long time will know exactly what I'm talking about. So if you're looking for a certain animal, you'd go under that category and you'd refresh and refresh, especially in the morning, hoping that someone's going to post an animal that you want. There'll be a link there. You click on it and you look at the picture of the animal. tell you right now, Morphmarket is superior in every way. And I'm not dissing on King Snake Classified. It's been around forever, and it was great. But Morphmarket is superior. And I know some of the big box places and different people still use King Snake Classified, but I don't really check it out that much anymore. Now I'll tell you personally, I have never sold a snake on Morphmarket. So far I've been lucky that my snakes sell here in town or at a show. Most of my snakes are actually on a list, and most of them are sold or spoken for before they hatch. But right now I'm only doing, I think my best year right now is 65 or 68 snakes was my best so far. This year's gonna be a lot more, so I will have to branch out to Morphmarket or to a lot more shows. But Morphmarket's kind of nice because I mean everybody pretty much sees it in the 48 states. Where like if you go to a show, only people obviously wherever you're at or in that state's going to see it. So there definitely is some perks that way. But definitely, guys, I think Morphmarket is an amazing tool. I think it's the best one out there right now we have as reptile breeders. If you want to buy or sell a snake, just watch out for scammers. It don't matter what you do. Unfortunately, there's always some douchebag. Excuse my French, but there's always some douchebag that wants to take your money, and you know he didn't earn it and wants to take advantage of you. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But I always ask for a picture of the parents and a modern picture of them. And the reason why I do that is because if they just got a picture offline, it's gonna be a lot harder for them to reproduce more pictures. So that's one thing that I always do, ask for some more pictures. And then once you buy a couple from the people that you really know and trust, it's easy to go back and they'll actually help you out and like, oh yeah, sure. And then like say you made payments before or something, they'll definitely do it over again because you had a good experience last time. So love Morphmarket. It's a great place for reptile owners, breeders, and just great for community. Anyways, guys, if you wouldn't mind, check out some of my videos right here. Also, I would totally love it if I can get you to subscribe and smash that right there. Anyways, guys, I am doing my 12 days of Snakesmith video, so I'll have another one out tomorrow. Love you guys. I will see you later.